Hello everyone, welcome to a super duper weird random episode. Currently at this moment I am trying to record as much as possible so that I can have an entire month off. The next most recent thing I'm going to be recording is The Quarry, so I'm not recording until then. And it is currently the end of April, so I'm taking the entire month of May off, but there will still obviously be videos. This will be the last video before the next video, which will be The Quarry. Congrats, we've made it. So, I already finished all of the room, and I figured I only have one more video that I technically need to do, so I decided I would make a sim, because why not? So here we go. Her main themes, like color themes, are going to be pink, yellow, and black. I think it's really punk rock. I really like the colors. I've always wanted to have like really bright pink hair, so I'm giving her really bright pink hair. And in the meantime, I'm also going to be talking about tattoos that I want. I currently only have one tattoo. It's on my thigh. It's one that I got with my best friend. We both worked in a cafe together when we met, and that's where we became best friends. My favorite drink is coffee. Her favorite drink is a frappuccino. And so she got a coffee mug with my hand-drawn heart on her leg, and I have a frappuccino, which is her favorite drink, with her hand-drawn heart on my leg, and that's my only tattoo that I have. It's been almost 7 years since I got that tattoo, and I have wanted more. There's like 30 different tattoos that I want, so I'm just gonna go ahead and list them off super duper fast. Rilakuma, Pushin, and or Sobble all hanging together, or they can be on their own. I will get into some other more, like, I have 8 more solid tattoo designs that I want. The Peach from Animal Crossing, Eunice, Blue Bear, and Brewster from Animal Crossing, a sunflower from my mom, a cross from my dad, a yin-yang koi fish, sort of like the one that's in Avatar. That wasn't my intention, but sort of like the ones that are in Avatar. Some kind of over the garden wall tattoo, a Steven Universe tattoo, lavender, peony, forget-me-not, and or coffee flower, Gravity Falls tattoos. So I really like Bill Cipher. I kind of want to get book 3 and the little what sign that's on the actual shack, the mystery shack. Night in the Woods tattoos. So I kind of want to get May, Witch Dagger, and or Sharkle, because I love all 3 of those. The Child of Light sign, insignia, whatever you want to call it. Something from Little Nightmares. A dragon for one of my best friends. A corgi for my other best friend, the one that I have the tattoo on. Or with. One each of my 2 dearest pets that I've had in my life. I have a cat named Aaliyah that my mom is looking after. She's almost 20 years old, if not 20 years old. And then my dog Choco that I no longer have, sadly. And I miss her every freaking day. It's only been 2 years. Some kind of Zelda tattoo, because Zelda is my favorite gaming series. Something from Avatar The Last Airbender. The alchemical elemental signs, the Avatar The Last Airbender elemental signs also. An evil eye, a teacup with something or someone in it. Something from God of War, I'm thinking maybe Kratos' axe. The Bioshock plasmid sign, something from Gris. A Thrice tattoo, Thrice is a band, they're my favorite band. Medusa. And then some other like random spooky kind of things. So I have 8 main ideas. The first one, because there's a lot of tattoos to get, so I'm kind of trying to incorporate them all together into like single tattoos rather than getting a bunch of different, like 33 different single tattoos. I kind of want to combine like 3 to 5 of them into one tattoo, sort of a thing. So there's a little statue from Greece of the lady who's holding our main character, right? And I particularly want her, but with half of her head missing, the top half of her head missing. I want her hair to be Medusa snakes, so that I have that included in there. And then I want the palm to actually be the palm of the statue from Steven Universe that they have the laundry on and the little warp pad. So that, to me, that's combining all of them together. And then there might be more with that one, but that's one that I definitely want. Like, this one is one that I absolutely want. I already know exactly what I want it to look like. However, it could be combined with this other one. So I want a cracked teacup, like a cracked and chipped teacup that has an evil eye design on it, And then I want there to be a little wave, like a little storm wave coming out of it. I have so many reference photos for this. I'm not going to show them, but I have reference photos for all of this. And then I also want from like right beside that little wave, I want there to be potentially the Animal Crossing Peach either just outside the teacup, sitting outside the teacup, or sitting at the base of the teacup, like inside, depending on the angle that we're looking at, of course. And then from there, having some of the flowers stem out. So the 3 flowers I know for sure that I want is lavender, because it's my favorite, coffee beans, the coffee bean plant, and then the sunflower for my mom. And so I want those 3 to be kind of blooming out of the teacup. And for me, this is kind of really symbolic. I have a lot of like teacup signs or pictures that I've really liked that also I wanted to have like a witch's brew tag coming out of it. But like I really like the idea of there being the teacup, which is this really like fragile, delicate thing that has cracks and chips in it, but it's not quite broken. There's the little storm wave in the teacup, so like there's still some stuff happening in there, but there's also growth happening. So it's kind of like turbulent, tumultuous. It's a delicate thing, but it's also really strong still. And then the evil eye is for protection, obviously, and then the other 3 plants. So those are like my 2 main ones right now that I have, like absolutely decided. And if I combine them, which I think would be kind of difficult because there's so many details, I think that they would have to be separate tattoos. But if I got them both together, then technically the teacup with the saucer could be resting just on the fingertips of the statue lady's fingers. And then from there, whether or not they are separated or together, if it's coming from the teacup, I want there to be like swirls of steam and then have other tattoos like in the steam, and within the steam also I want there to be stars. What else was there? Stars, potentially cherry blossoms, and there was one more thing. Clouds. Stars, cherry blossoms, and clouds. And I'll get into why for that. And if they're separated, then I kind of want something similar stemming from the woman's head, just to show, like, you know, she's got stuff coming out of her brains. Of course she's a statue, but I kind of just wanted to be like, okay, one of them is mentality, maybe one of them is, I don't know. I feel like they were very symbolic of a lot of stuff for me. And I just really like them. They also incorporate a lot of stuff that I already want, so I really like those. Ideas for Avatar and Thrice that I could kind of maybe combine them. They both have to do with elemental stuff. Although I do also want the palm from their album Palms somewhere on me, so I want that somewhere. And I was considering potentially adding that as part of the lady's hand, but with the angle that I wanted at, probably wouldn't work. But I could do the yin and yang koi, and I could make them specifically the ones from Avatar, because that would be a way to encompass that in there, and then have the alchemical elemental symbols from Thrice, because they have an Alchemy Index album that I really like. And so that would be a way to incorporate that. So the alchemical symbols are the triangles with the lines or no lines through them. They're either right side up triangles or upside down triangles. So those would be like northeast, southwest sort of facing. It wouldn't quite be a compass, but they would be surrounding the koi in that kind of pattern. And or I could just have the koi fish with the avatar symbols doing that. And then somehow maybe, I also considered maybe getting both elemental symbols on my knuckles. So on one hand I would have the Avatar ones, on the other hand I would have the Thrice ones, and they would each match up. So like, just for an example, I don't know which finger would be what, but like water might be the pointer finger, and then fire would be the middle fingers. So like, and on and on. And they would match up in that sense, but they would also be the different elemental symbols. I don't know if that would be a cool thing or not, because I know that I want knuckle tattoos at some point. I don't know when though. So I could also, if I did the alchemical symbols, I figured it might be a good way to incorporate just some triangular shaped things so that it's kind of a dual thing. So Bill Cipher could be one of the triangles. He could either be just a plain triangle, or if he's wearing his top hat, I could technically move the top hat down a little bit and he could be one of the chemicals with the line through it. You could do an evil eye also and have the evil eye either inside the triangle or stemming just outside of the triangle, and that could be either a full triangle or a lined triangle. And then I figured for Zelda, you could also have a Triforce in there, and that too could be an alchemical symbol one, just depending on how solid you want it to be, or I could extend that line that's in there and make it into a different symbol. So I could like play around with that and incorporate different different triangle shapes in there to sort of make them look like the alchemical symbols, but they're not exactly just the plain alchemical symbols. I thought that might be kind of cool. When it comes to Night in the Woods, I figured I could merge the Witch Dagger image with May, because Witch Dagger is like this cat wearing like the little wizard cloak, and they have the little wizard hat, and then they have a little dagger going through the hat. But instead of it just being a random cat, it could be May, because she does dress up like that. So I could have May dressed up in the Witch Dagger sort of a costume, and she could be like hanging out with Sharkle, because I really like Sharkle. He's super cute. By the way, this song right here is from Night in the Woods. Yeah! Little Nightmares, I also figured that this could turn into an evil eye just because of the way that the symbol is. The symbol already is an eye, and then it has 6 in the center of it. But I figured what I could maybe do is make that into an evil eye. Still have 6's like head shape there, but maybe change the body into like a little blood or water drop sort of a thing, and make the Little Nightmares symbol into an evil eye somehow. I think that could be really cool also, because I probably am gonna get a few evil eyes on my body. I don't know. I like them. I know I was talking to my partner about this, and I was like, all I know is that I want eyeballs everywhere and I want hands everywhere. Because there's just so many different like hand things that I want, and then there's a bunch of different eyes that I want too, so I'm gonna have hands and eyes all over my body. It's gonna be great. The other 2 ones that I have kind of more solidified right now though are Rilakkuma Pushing and Sable all eating ramen together with clouds, moons, and stars for decoration around them, and they would be stemming from either the teacup and or the lady. And then the other one would be juxtaposed with it, or just below it or something, but it would be like the same thing but a little opposite. I would have Brewster, Eunice, and Bluebear hanging out together, and they would be drinking like coffee or tea, probably coffee though, and they would be sitting maybe on like a beach blanket with an umbrella, and then they would have like clouds and the sun and sakura, little petals and flowers like going around them. And so then that way it's like one of them is more nighttime themed, one of them is more daytime themed, but they would be kind of the same thing but a little juxtaposed at the same time. And I figured that would be a good way to incorporate all of those characters that I really like into it. I just felt like it would be really nice. So that was my very, very quick walkthrough of the tattoos that I want. In the meantime, look at how wonderful this sim is. I will be going through all of her looks. But yeah, I don't really play The Sims. I'm one of those people that only plays The Sims so that I can create characters, and also build houses. Although I'm not very good at building the houses, I love to watch the speed builds on YouTube. I think it's just so calming and relaxing, and I constantly fall asleep to them because it's so calming and relaxing. But 2, I'm just so amazed at what people create. Like, I understand some people use like reference photos and stuff to be like, yes, I want this style house, but how they do the layouts and everything, I can't wrap my head around it, because I don't know anything about architecture at all. But anytime that I've tried to like make a house in The Sims completely on my own, they're literally just squares or rectangles, and then I'm putting them on top of each other, and then within the rooms, I'm like, well, this room needs a bathroom, so I'm just gonna make another little rectangle in the room, and then everything else is like an open floor plan. And I just don't understand how they make such wonderful houses. Like, it's just so cool. It's so wonderful. So props to those people. I would love to learn how they do everything. I have a few mods that I've downloaded to help me with it, but I'm still such a noob at it. I'm terrible at it. But yeah, so here we go. Let's go through her looks real quick. So this is her everyday look. I think she looks fantastic. I really like gloves. I've always wanted to have like really cool gloves, but they're super expensive. But yeah, she's got kind of a punk sort of look going on, but also like cozy. This is her formal outfit. It's a little bit goth. I fucking love these shoes, and I love that I put her hair up in that updo. It's the only time I ever changed her hair though. Also, I was trying to make her body a little average, but still kind of fit. Because she does work out in my head. And this is her workout outfits. Very comfy, kind of stylish, super cute. This is her PJs. I love the bunny slippers. I wish that they had black pants, but they don't. So gray will do. I like gray too. This is her like outgoing outfit, you know, her party outfit. I changed it up a little, gave her like a green and orange palette for this one. Mostly because they didn't have pink and black like I wanted, but yeah. And then very simple, she's got on a bikini. I didn't even look at the one pieces, I probably should have. And then this is the like hot day outfit. I actually really like this outfit. I would totally wear this outfit. It's great. I think she looks great. And then winter. And again, we've got like the cute little bunnies on there. I found the shoes that matched, and I don't know, man. She just looks freaking fantastic. I personally think she looks fantastic. I would love to use her, but I never actually play The Sims. So her name, if you can't read this, is Moira Bishop. It was just the first names that came into my head, Moira Bishop. That's her. She's apparently a vet based on the quiz things that I took. She's a loner and other things. I can't remember her other traits. But yeah, this is Moira Bishop. She's fantastic. This is Mushra over here, me, and those were my tattoo ideas. I don't know when I will get them, if I will ever get them, but I really want them, on my thighs in particular. But yeah, that's it. Thanks so much for joining. Bye!